Hello lovely people. So today I'm going to do a get ready with me and answer some questions which I thought would be a little fun. Okay, so I've started off, I've put on my skincare. I'll do another video about the different skincare I use. So today I'm just going to do my makeup and answer a few questions. So I'm going to start with the La Roche-Posay tinted fluid because we all need some more sunscreen in our lives. Okay, so first question is, where am I from? So I am from Sydney. I grew up there my whole life. And when I was 25, I moved to Canada. I lived in Banff on a working holiday visa. I then met my now fiance, and we moved up to northern Canada for 3 years, which was pretty crazy experience, and now we've moved back there back to Australia with our two lovely pets. Okay, so the next question is, do I have pets? So yes, I have a beagle, cross Cavalier King Charles, and it's the best thing ever. And Lance had a cat before we met, so he's a ragamuffin orange cat. Okay, so that's sunscreen. Next, we're gonna do primer. So this one is the Giorgio Armani primer. I just thought I'd use some different products today. This one it's $90. So I can't really recommend it. If you're gonna buy primer, buy the Trinity London one because that's it's just as good, and the Trinity London one's $45. So for me, I would rather spend $45 and buy two instead of this one. I mean, it's lovely, but who needs to spend $90 on a primer? Not me. Okay, so next question, where do I want to live? That is the golden question right now. We moved back to Australia, and as soon as we finished our hotel quarantine, all the borders shut. So originally we were going to move to Queensland, and probably northern Queensland, and settle up there, just because housing prices are cheap and there's some good work opportunities. But now it's looking a bit tricky to get in there, so we're thinking possibly Hobart initially. I don't know. Okay, next, Estee Lauder Double Wear. I wear the shade 1W1 Bone. I've used this product for like 10 years, I want to say now. It's like $60 a bottle and it lasts literally a year. So when I use it, I don't use any sponges or anything. I literally just put my finger here and I shake it. I get a dab and I just put it all over my face. And literally, it lasts a year. So I mean, $60 worth it. Okay, next question is, best vacation you ever took? So the best vacation I ever took, my fiance and I, Lance and I, we went to the Bahamas from Canada. We did an all-inclusive holiday. It was the most incredible place I've ever been to in my life. So if you're looking for a tropical vacation, I would highly recommend Bahamas. So we went there. We got a package, so we got flights and accommodation all in one. So we stayed at the Malia at Nassau, and it was hands down the best experience of my life. The hotel was incredible, and all the hotels, all the restaurants were just like 5-star. So like you would go down to breakfast every day, be this big buffet, and it's like a Fairmont breakfast buffet, but that's all you can eat. I mean, it was amazing, and you can do different day tours, and it's right on the beach. You've got, I think there was 3 pools, or you can drink as well. So yeah, it was pretty amazing. Okay, so next I'm using my go-to Maybelline concealer. I think it's like $10 from the pharmacy, super cheap. Okay, next question. Last thing you read. Okay, so I'm a terrible reader and I need to get into it more. The last thing I read was probably a year ago. It was Where the Crawdads Sing. I loved it, but they're probably going to finish the movie before I start my next book. So if you have any recommendations, let me know, because I need to start something. I find it's just once you're into a good book, it's so easy to keep reading, but I just haven't been bothered. Last TV show you binge watched. This is probably a very unpopular opinion, but Lance and I just finished watching Chapel Wait. It's a Stephen King series. We watched it in Stan in Australia, and yeah, it was creepy, but it's kind of like thrilling. But yeah, it has like hooked, like every single episode. It's not something I would watch by myself, but yeah, it was great. So there's a new episode out tonight, so we're very excited. Okay, so next I'm going to use my Hourglass palette. There's a new one of these coming out this Christmas, and I think that I'm going to have to buy it because it's seriously the best makeup product ever. So this is what it looks like inside. So you've got your general face powder, bronzer, 2 highlighters, and 2 blushes. And so I got this 2 years ago. I don't use it every day, but it just lasts forever. So I'm going to use this all over face powder. Okay. Favorite movie. Favorite movie of all time has to be Father of the Bride. I love it. But I was just talking to my family about like classics you could just rewatch over and over again. So it would have to be things like the old 90s classics, like You've Got Mail. What's the other one with Julia Roberts? Not The Notebook. Notting Hill. That's a great one. Yeah. Oh, and I do love The Intern with Robert De Niro. I love it. It's a very sweet movie. Okay, so next I'm going to use the bronzer. Just kind of go like all over. Next question is favourite thing about your job. Well, I'm currently unemployed right now because I've moved back to Australia. I used to work in finance when I lived in northern Canada, just because there wasn't any other jobs. Usually I work in the event industry. So favourite thing about my last job was probably the people. It was a great little environment. It was a really small town, and it was really nice people. Okay, okay, so that's bronzer. Just kind of all over glowy. Look like we got a little bit of a tan. Okay, and next I'm going to use the blush. So I'm just going to use a mix of both of these. Put it on my cheeks there. Okay, next question is, okay, this is the last one. Oh, a bit much. How do you budget? So this is like probably a huge question. How do you budget? I know a lot of people are thinking about buying their own home, and especially trying to get into the real estate market in Australia. It's bloody tough because I mean housing prices are just going through the roof. But I think the most important thing, and I'll touch on this a lot more because it's a very important topic. But I think, I think the most important thing is just look at what you're spending. Like, you could cut out so much, like little things, like, okay, look at your subscriptions that you've got. Do you need Netflix, Amazon Prime, Stan, Binge? Do you need one? Can you just have one for a little while? Or can you share with somebody? It's probably not right, but, just look at little things like that, like going out for coffee. Can you make your coffee at home, bring it in a takeaway cup and go for a walk? There's like a lot of things where it may only seem like a few dollars here and there, but it honestly all adds up. And then when you're going to purchase something, don't just impulse buy something. That one's really major. So, just look at it, go home, sleep on it. The next day, if you still really want it, if you still love it, buy it. But yeah, I think impulse purchasing is really bad. So next I'm going to use these 2 highlighters. And then I'm going to I find it's really pretty if you use both of these. I just dab my finger on both of them. Okay, so next I'm going to do just a little eyebrow pencil. So I use Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim, just in brown. Okay, it's too hard to look at my phone, so I'm just going to do a teeny bit just to make it a little bit. I have like very light eyebrows. So I'm just going to fill them in a little bit, like so. Use a little spoolie thing on the end. Okay, and next is mascara. I spoke about this one in my last vlog. Best thing ever, it doesn't give you those crazy black eyes, and it just kind of, when you wash it off, it just kind of like falls off, and it lasts all day. So I'm just gonna, and I like with mascara, I like to kind of bring it out on the edges. I just think it looks pretty, and you can really kind of, if you look at that one, you can really kind of see the length. Okay, same on that side. And last but not least is the lips. So I'm just going to use some like lip balm. Lance bought these for me. It's a very amazing Canadian company called Moody Bee. It's just all natural products. They have their own bees. They use their own beeswax. And they come in really cool flavors. Like this one is Vanilla Rose Kombucha. And this is Sweetie Pie Beeswax lip balm. And I'm going to use this dark one, just vanilla and peppermint. But there's some tinted ones as well. And that's it. So I probably could have done that in about 5 minutes, but because I was chatting. And that's my finished look. Alright, thanks guys.